Good morning, y'all. It's your girl Sharita, the behavior and learning strategist, coming at you from the Morgan Unlimited Growth Institute. I want to talk to you real fast about this question. I have that question to ask you. Is your child completing their work too fast? They completing their work too fast. I need to put some chapstick or something on my lips. All right. So, if your child is finishing their work too fast, it's for primarily two reasons. One, the work is too easy, right? And then they finish it so fast so they're not being challenged. And the other reason is they're not putting enough work in. They're not being careful. They're just putting anything so they can hurry up and finish. Okay? Now, in the first case, your child, the work is too easy for them. They need a challenge. Now, say they are in school, right? If they're in school and they finish their work early, then they need their teacher in the classroom, and then they need you as well. And I say this, like, some teachers differentiate the learning, or they have something more challenging for their students who are at a higher level and finish their work fast, and they understand everything and they put all the effort and they do a good job. So then the teachers have something else that they do with that student. That doesn't happen in all classrooms. And then if the classroom is really busy, there's a lot going on, that's not always the case. So what I do and what I recommend you do is send something to school with your child for them to do if they finish their work early. Keep them moving, keep them stimulated, okay? It doesn't have to be all work, right? It could be work, it could be a little activity, worksheet or activity book, or maybe they have a book that they're working on at home. They're writing their own book and they get to take it to school. And then when they finish their work early, they can work on it. Maybe they're working on their multiplication tables and you have stapled a booklet of worksheets together, right? And when they complete each page, they get a sticker at the top, or, after a certain amount of pages, they get some other reward. Maybe you have something else going on at home to motivate them to do this independently. And they can, with the permission of your teacher, like your child's teacher, like talk to your child's teacher so y'all be on the same page. I know they would be more than happy with this, as long as your child is still putting in the effort they need to. So if they're in class and they have stuff from home that they can bring to class that they can't wait to work on today, they're excited to work on today, they may put less effort in their work in school. Do it quick, just so they can get to that. So make sure you explain to your child that you still need their best effort. Do your best, and then you can work on this. So what you don't want is for your child to be in a classroom without anything to do. Like they completed their work, they do it fast, now they're sitting around. That leaves things open to them talking, distracting other students, getting out of their seats, right? So you want to keep them occupied. They always want to know what's next. I work on this, then I'm going to do this. So set up a plan at home if your child is does their work really quickly, and then they're faster than other students, and now they're left without something to do. So talk to your child's teacher. You guys get on the same plan, and then make sure your child has this. But not just in the classroom. Your child should, wherever you guys go, I know a lot of kids use iPads and all this other stuff, but wherever you guys go, your child should have something in their book bag. They should have their book bag. They should have a book in there. They should have an activity book. They should have a project they're working on. They should have something that they're interested in as well. Maybe it's something that they really enjoy doing, but they're learning at the same time. See, our kids are always learning. So we just have to ask our question, what are they learning when, right? At the time, like right now, what is my child learning? They're absorbing everything around them, and whatever is in front of them, that's what they're going to learn. It's kind of like when you're trying to eat healthy and and you're in a house and then you get hungry, there's nothing healthy to eat, but then there's other stuff in there, you know what I'm saying? And you have to figure out or work hard to leave the house to get something healthy. Like, how successful are you going to be? So it's the same thing with the kids. What is immediately in front of them that they're learning on, that they're interested in, that they are motivated to complete, that they are, you know, that's what we have to do. And that's called creating a learning environment or growth and achievement environment. So think about it. Get with your child's teacher. You come up with something that they can work on in school if they finish early. And if your child has to learn this too, they have to ask their teacher. They have to say, "I'm finished. Okay. Can I work on my whatever it is?" They have to. So if the teacher has something else for them to do, they're not like, "No, I'd rather work on this," right? So this is just being proactive and thinking of the whole situation. So that's if your child is advanced or your child understands the work is easy, they need a challenge, they're doing it quickly, right? Now, what if your child is just, maybe they may be struggling a little bit and they're doing it fast and they're just putting anything. That's a different matter. So if your child is doing that, then you need to teach your child how to slow down and pay attention to detail, how to do their work, okay? When you get your work, this is what I want. I want your name at the top of the paper. I want the date. Read everything on the page. If your child has trouble right now, because that's temporary, right? If your child has trouble reading the work themselves, then that means that they have trouble functioning independently. We got to take care of that. So you coach them to read it on their own. You don't read it for them. It's a reading lesson now. You understand what I'm saying? Because whatever they don't know, they will know. So you coach them so that they can read it on their own, and then after a while, their reading will start to improve, and then after the reading starts to improve, then they will learn what my scarf done fell off right in the middle, but that's all right. We're just gonna wrap it right around. We're gonna wrap it right around and finish this. I ain't even worried about it. Okay, so so they will learn how to read. How'd that look, y'all? Is that a little better? They will learn how to read, and they will also learn how to function independently. They will learn how to read everything on the page. They will learn how to get it done. You know what I'm saying? Themselves. Then once they do that, they'll be able to do better on their work. They won't be completing it all fast. They won't be just putting anything there, because they are accountable for how they do their work, reading everything, checking their answers afterwards. In my tutoring coaching program, writing a complete sentence, okay? Because I grade them on that. We do a lot of quizzes. I started months ago giving my students quizzes, and giving them quizzes a lot for two reasons. But I think it might be more than two. One is I wanted them to not be worried about a quiz or a test. I want them to feel comfortable with a quiz or a test. I want them to develop study strategies and test taking strategies, and really connect with whatever test or quiz it is. And then once they learn, you know, once they take the quiz, be interested in how did I do, and getting that feedback from me, and then going and retaking the quiz. So we have our motto, like, you know, our goal is to get to 100, but my students are not afraid of not getting 100 or getting a low score in the beginning, because they know that they're going to be able to look and see where they made mistakes, what they got correct, and how to make it better next time, right? That's key. All right. So with that, just having your child be able to learn how to do it themselves, figure it out, read everything on the page, complete the answers, check the answers, and with me, write in a complete sentence, because that's how you get the full points. It has to be a complete sentence. Your capitalization got to be on point, your punctuation, and then you get another 2 points for spelling, right? So if your child is doing it quickly and not doing a good job because they want to hurry up and just get it done, then have them slow down and get really meticulous about how they do it. step by step. But I don't mean in a way, so y'all don't misunderstand me. I don't mean in a way like this is wrong, that's wrong. No, I need it like this, and this has got to be perfect. No, I don't mean that way. What I mean is, we're paying attention to detail. We're always like, how can we improve this, and how can we do better, and what can we catch, and what mistake did we make? Do we understand what mistake we made before Miss Sharita say something? Right? Beat me to the punch. Okay. So if that's the case with your child, and then teach them how to do the same thing in the classroom. Like I tell my students all the time, like, I do not want you asking for help like in the classroom. So I have a very high standard. So they have to complete it. They have to actually complete the work, whether they think they may get it right or wrong or whatever. They have to complete it. They have to look at it. They have to do their best. And then we will look at it together. That's their help. It's really coaching. It's really coaching, okay? And the way that I do it, if they still don't really get help, I just coach them to look at it and then find their mistakes. And then if they have to change their spelling, then I coach them in their spelling. But I don't ever tell them, this is wrong, you should do this instead, and you should spell it this way or that way. Because kids who are struggling academically and they're behind, they grow so much faster when they have a bird's eye view on their own progress. Okay, so I give that to them. They're in charge when it comes to their learning and discovering how they learn and discovering how they can do better and be better. Okay. So those are the two reasons your child may be doing it too fast. If your child is advanced, then they need to be challenged more, and they need to be occupied. Okay, so challenge them at home, challenge them at a higher level. My daughter's in the first grade. She does very well in the first grade, but when she's at home with me, she's being challenged at higher grade levels. Because that's how we do in our tutoring coaching program. She's in advanced elementary group. So I used to worry about that. Like with my oldest daughter, we were younger. This is before I was tutoring. I was teaching. I was a special education teacher. This before I was tutoring students from home. I would be concerned. I'm like, she understands this already. She learned this. Because I was teaching her at home. And I wanted the school to challenge her more, and I was worried about her being stimulated outside of the classroom. But I don't worry about that anymore with my first grader, because I supplement her education. So at home, she's being challenged at a way higher level. She's in my tutoring coaching program 3 times a week. In the summer, she was in a reading program at Rutgers University, where I talked to them and let them know that she functioned above. She was going into the first grade, but she was functioning at a higher grade level. And can I get her at a higher grade level? I wanted her to have be in an environment where she would be challenged at a higher level. So they said, okay, I'm going to let her come in. We're going to let her come in second grade level and see how she does, right? So she's in the second grade level. Then her teacher tested her, and then ended up putting her in a 4th grade level classroom, in which she was reading The Mouse and the Motorcycle and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, right? She still reads Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I got a new Harry Potter book that she's reading. She reads Diary of a Wimpy Kid. They say her in school, her comprehension is a very high level, and she comprehends at that level of those books, right? So I'm not concerned anymore, because I supplement her education, and I have her involved in karate, and she was in dance before. So if your child is in school, you don't feel like they're being challenged enough, there are ways to add and supplement their education, okay? By sending in something for them to do. They should always have something in their book bag, because that's their level, and kids should be taught at their level, at their learning level, at their challenge level, not at their grade level. And if they are behind, they need to be taught above that, okay? So having something always in their book bags, having something that they take to school, so they do a very, very good job on their work at school, then they could do that. And then having them be either you teach them at home, or there's some kind of tutoring program where they are challenged at a higher level. Feed their minds, feed their brains. And let me tell you something, if your child is behind, they still need their brains fed. They still need to be stimulated at a higher level. They still need to be challenged. If your child is in the 5th grade and they are reading on a 1st grade level, they should not spend the whole year, like say they're in special education, they should not spend the whole year with work that they can handle. Absolutely not. It's even more important for you to challenge them at a higher level, because they're supposed to be a 5th grader. So we want to teach them like a 5th grader. We're going to equip them with everything that they have not mastered in the previous years, right? While we are challenging them at a higher level. So let me tell you, kids love to learn. As much as they run away from it or fight it or try to be lazy, once you equip kids and have them start being successful, that's all they want to do is learn. I have students that won't leave at the end of the class because they are like, wait, Miss Sharita, Miss Sharita, can we do our sight words? Can we practice our timetables? Wait, Miss Sharita, can you tell me what I did on my quiz? Wait, Miss Sharita, can I do this? And can I show you this? Can I show? And they go from not wanting to read aloud, saying I don't really write much when I first assess them, right? And giving me just a couple of sentences or one sentence sometimes, right? And just not having that confidence and not putting forth that effort to being hungry, okay? So as parents, we love our kids. We take care of them. You know what I mean? We feed them. And Lord knows I love to feed my kids, okay? So I love to feed my kids. So we feed them, we do their hair, we make sure they go to the doctor, you know what I mean? We make sure they have clean clothes. Okay, it's time for homework. We do all of that. But another big part of parenting, in my opinion, y'all let me know what you think, is making sure that they are always growing, always learning, and they're being fed, like their intelligence level is being fed as well. And they're always learning. They're excited. They're curious. They want to learn more. That's what Maya's teacher said. When she comes in class, she asks, what are we going to learn today? You know? And I have to keep up with her, okay? She said with my oldest daughter, Jazzy, when I used to teach her when she was little, I used to have to keep coming up with something else, okay? All right? So if that's what you're going through, I understand. These kids make us work hard, honey. All right. So those are the two reasons, like, that your child may be finishing their work too fast. It's too easy, or it's challenging for them, and they're not equipped to handle the challenge, and they are just writing anything, trying to hurry up and finish. So if you're catching the end of this hashtag replay, where I talk specifically about what you can do, whether you have a kid that's advanced and they need to be constantly stimulated, or if you have a kid that is behind and they lack the confidence and they don't put in effort. All right, so they're all our babies, and we customize learning, and we customize parenting, okay, for whatever they need. We look at them like, you know something, I think you need this, and we do it. That's what we do here. We don't follow what everybody else is doing. We look at our children and we figure out what they need, all right? And then teachers in the classroom, the same thing for your students. Figure out what they need, okay? What's their challenge level? And they get together with moms and figure out a plan, okay, of what they can do, so that when they get bored, when they get finished early, they have something in place. And if you have a child that's far behind, get together with mom and you all practice the same thing. Their time when they're in school, if they finish their work early, they should be practicing this skill. that mom is also practicing at home. All right, y'all, I'm gonna get out of here because I just dropped Maya off, and now I'm the only one in the parking lot still. Everybody done left, but I was sitting here talking to y'all, so I was still here. All right, we survived. We got it together. My wrap fell off. I got Bantu knots under here. I moisturized my hair last night with what is it? I was gonna say shea butter, but no, it's my new favorite, mango butter. And then I got the castor oil, and mixed with the olive oil, mixed with the coconut oil, mixed with some essential oils to put that all together. Then I got made a spray, honey. Gave my hair some TLC, and then it wrapped up in the Bantu knots and protected. And I almost lost my scarf when we was talking, but we got it together. We kept it moving. Thank y'all so much for listening. I love y'all. Y'all kids are champions, all right? Believe in yourself. Believe in your child, honey. And always remember that growth is unlimited. Peace.